Grove Scholars. So you guys know that Miss Yasmin and I are always trying to find new opportunities for you guys on campus and ways to get involved. And we really always want to make our program better, Grove Scholars, to serve you all. And one of the ways we want to do that moving forward is getting your help and also giving you an opportunity to get some good professional experience and things that are going to help you in your career. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the leadership opportunities that we're having coming online very soon. So if you'll give me a second, I'm going to get that working. So the first event I want to talk about, there are four different positions, not events, excuse me, four different positions that I want to talk about today. The first is the event coordinator. The event coordinator will work with Miss Yasmin and I to help put on the event calendar for throughout the year for Grove Scholars. And obviously we have, speakers, we have social events, we have other things that are officed from time to time, but we want your input, and we want you guys, the person in this role would help solicit input from their fellow Grove Scholars to make sure that we're doing programming and things for you guys that are fun and that are helpful. So the person in this position would get a great opportunity to kind of put on their resume that they planned events, that they solicit feedback from others to create events, and it would be a really great leadership opportunity. The next one is the work study coordinator. So having a work study job on campus is, as you all know, is something that we really encourage. If you're wanting to work, we really want that to be on campus. Getting your work study hours, because that is a financial piece that you earn, but you only get it if you're doing the work. And so the work study coordinator would be responsible for maintaining like a database, like a spreadsheet. We'd help you set up all these kinds of things, Ms. Yasmin and I, of what work study jobs are on campus that Grove Scholars have, and making sure that students are finding out, which ones they're in, what office, who the point of contact is at those different places, and then also helping us find, reaching out to different departments and just talking to other students on campus, helping us to find new work study opportunities for students. And also you serve as the point of contact if someone, a fellow Grove Scholar came to my office or Miss Gaspin's office and said, hey, I want a work study job. We could help you, or we would point them to the work study coordinator. The work study coordinator is also going to be trained on resume writing and editing so that they can help fellow Grove Scholars and just friends and have that skill in general put together a good resume so they can secure a work study position. And also another thing you would be thinking about in this position is knowing, okay, if a Grove Scholar student in a work study position on campus is going to leave that job or is graduating, let's try to see if we can slide a new Grove Scholar in that position. So you'd be responsible for organizing all that. So it'd be a lot of really great things to put in the resume and a really great way to serve. The study group coordinator. So the person in this role would partner with academic support and other campus partners to learn about how to put on a good study group. Now, the study group coordinator wouldn't have to participate in all these study groups, but they would at least have the understanding of like what that looks like and how to kind of facilitate a good study group. And they would also get familiar with where the places on campus that are available, like good venues for study groups. And then they would be able to see all the Grove Scholars each semester, what classes they're in, and try to find Grove Scholars. It could be of different ages or the same age that are in different, or that are in the same courses, and then trying to create study groups for those courses. And they'll even have a small budget. They can, order pizza for those groups and, kind of check in with them and make sure they have what they need throughout the semester. So it'd be a really good way to serve and also develop some good organizational skills and some leadership skills. The fourth position is the service coordinator. The service coordinator would partner with the Office of Community Engagement. We connect you to the folks over there, and you would serve as the exclusive point of contact for for a service project for the Grove Scholars to put on while you're in your term, which we'll talk about how long the terms last in a second. So again, these first three are obviously things that Miss Yasmin and I are already trying to do a little bit, but we want to help get you guys involved in helping with those things. This service project thing is something that if we don't have students, a student that steps forward that wants to do the position, we won't have a service project. This is something that's going to be totally student led. Obviously, Ms. Yasmin and I will give you support, but we would want you to, this would be a great opportunity to find a need in the community, find a creative way to serve them, and find a way to engage your fellow Grove Scholars in doing that. And obviously, Ms. Yasmin and I will help every way we can. And so this could be a really exciting opportunity, a really great thing to put on your resume as well, and a great way to give back to our community. So those are the four positions. I'm going to, you receive this link in an email, and also you're going to receive this PowerPoint email so you can review them a little more, and you can always reach out to Ms. Yasmin with questions specifically about a position. But I want to get into some of the perks of doing this work. We would be able to provide you some work study hours. It wouldn't be a ton of work study hours, and if you're already working a lot, obviously you couldn't go over the 20-hour-a-week threshold. But if we could help you get there, if you have another job, or we could give you, several hours a week in this role. You could also make this part of your service hours. A lot of different organizations that you guys are involved in around campus require service hours, and you can have those, this could be considered those. You could also also a really great opportunity to be more involved on campus, to get experience for your resume. We'd also help you. We'd pay for a professional headshot for you just to have. That's just another little perk. And also one of the things I think is really important when I'm looking at someone's resume, and when I know when employers or when people at graduate schools are looking at resumes, they don't, it's great to see a lot of involvement in different things, different campus organizations or leadership opportunities, or different, different work opportunities. But what I think is really impressive to employers and admissions counselors for graduate schools, et cetera, is to see that you got involved in an organization and you kind of moved up and you invested in it. And having one of these jobs would really show that you invested time and were an asset to the Grove Scholars Program. Obviously, all you guys are great assets, whether you're in these roles or not, but it's just another opportunity to do that. The selection process. Okay, so the positions are available for current second years and ups. That means sophomores or juniors or seniors if you're going to be hanging around for an extra semester at least. There'll be a brief application, which is really brief. It'll just be you sending an email to me, which we'll talk about in a second. And there will be an interview. If you say you're interested, we will interview you. You don't have to go, there's not a round of just application and then interviews. It'll just be straight to interviews. And the interviews will be with me and or Miss Yasmin plus multiple freshman students, because we want to get a student perspective and all that. And eventually these first years will be in your shoes and hopefully step into leadership roles. A little bit more about the selection process and we'll wrap up. So to apply, all you have to do is email me, gray@olemiss.edu, and disclose what position interests you. So you could just say Bob Smith, email to me, say Grove Scholars leadership position, and then say, study group coordinator. And that's the application. That's it, right? Okay. The deadline to submit that application is January 18th. So you've got some time until then. But the earlier you let us know, the better. We'll have 30-minute interviews, and they'll be sometime during January 22nd, January 26th. This is just going to be whenever we can have enough people to do the interview. and enough people to, and a time that's free in your schedule. We will make our final decisions by January 30th, and February 1st will be your start date if you're selected for one of these positions. So that means your term in that job will be from February 1st through January 31st the next year. So that's kind of our cycle. So really think about these positions. We would love to have you in them, and we'd love to have a lot of applications, and this is just a good opportunity to be more involved in Grove Scholars. But either way, man, I'm so thankful for each of you. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being a part of our program. You are just the best, and look forward to hearing from you soon.